You know whose balls I'd love to slam in a mailbox for 20 minutes straight? Grown men who board 6 a.m. flights who have never seen clouds before. I don't know if you've ever had the good fortune of boarding an early morning flight where there's an unspoken agreement, we're gonna keep it nice and dark so we can rest along the journey, but there's always some TikTok in 16C. Yeah. One guy who's sitting there who's like, I never see a cloud like that. Oh, there's another one right there. What, are you fucking 4? Shut the shade, tit slap. We're trying to get some rest.
Like I travel alone sometimes, you know, and I'll put up with anything. You know, like I'll book a ticket on some garbage airline. You know, I don't want to name an actual airline, so let's just make one up. Let's call it like Delta Airlines. So I'll book a ticket on Delta Airlines. And I'll show up at the airport, and I go, can I get on the plane now, please? And they go, no, it's delayed 9 hours. And I go, okay, and then I go to the bathroom. And then I come out of the bathroom, and I go, any updates? And they go, yeah, we took off while you were in the bathroom because we hate you. Now take this meal voucher that doesn't work. Go, fetch. And I go, okay, and I go over to the Wolfgang Puck Express, and I go, can I have a sandwich, please? And they go, no! And I go, okay, and they go, you're a little fat girl, aren't you? And I go, no, and they go, say it! And I go, I'm a little fat girl. And then I go over to the Delta Help Desk, which is an oxymoron, and I go, can I please go home on an airplane? And they go, no. In fact, we're gonna frame you for murder. And you're gonna go to jail for 30 years. And I go, why are you doing this to me? And they go, because we're Delta Airlines, and life is a fucking nightmare.
It doesn't help that I'm a nervous flyer. I'll say that. I didn't help. I'm a very nerve-wracked flyer. I hate fucking flying. I'm thinking about dying the whole time. The entire trip, I'm just like, I'm fucking dead up here, you know? I think if you're not thinking about dying, you're a psychopath. I don't know anyone who's just up there like, this is how God intended it. You know, what the fuck? It's like, clearly we have no business up there. We're watching ESPN, we're drinking. Who the fuck do we think we are? So ballsy, chill out, you know? This is delicate. Then we like to give the illusion of safety in case of an emergency. Bitch, we're dead if there's an emergency. This motherfucker's in the exit row with his shoes off, drunk. He's saving all of us. He's the guy, he's the point man. Fuck you, fuck you. You don't give a shit about us. I watched you give this man drinks. Maybe don't serve drinks to the exit row niggas, or all the niggas. Maybe they have to be sober. You want me to feel safe in the skies? Kiss my ass. And I think about death in a weird, like, I don't think like how I think most people think some regular ass shit, right? They think like, I don't know, what if the pilot takes us into a mountain today because he hates his fucking life? Or what if the engine fails? That's normal thoughts. I think crazy, crazy shit. I think like, what if the company that makes the chemical, that makes the doodle block? Okay, so when you're on a plane and you shit or you piss, it don't just go to the birds, baby. Right? You don't just flush it, it's in the sky. No, it stays on the fucking plane. Like a camper, and there's a chemical in there, and it makes a gelatinous mess. And when you land, they suck that shit out, they put a new chemical in for your next flight. I'd be thinking, what if the doodle block company, right, the chemical company, what if they skimp on a chemical? Just on some American greed shit. American companies are trash. They're always doing this type of fuck shit, cutting corners. We know this, cutting corners, doing funny shit. What if one of these fucking companies like, hey, you know what? We're not buying boric acid this month. We don't fucking need boric acid. It's $30,000 a unit, and it really doesn't do anything. Then I'm in the sky, I take a shit, the plane's half a pound heavier, boom, into a mountain.
There was a fight on my airplane. We couldn't even take off. Someone got their ass kicked on the flight. I mean, this is happening on a weekly basis. Just do what you're told. So I grew up, just do what you're told. What's with the lip? If I'm on an airplane and 4 stormtroopers get on my plane with flak jackets on that say security, and they come right to my row and tell me, hey, you're gonna have to get up. I'm up. I take my bag, my cup of coffee. I am so sorry. I am so sorry. Do I just pick up my voucher here and wait 14 days for the next flight? That sounds totally fair to me. Just don't kick my ass. I am sorry I interrupted everybody's vacation. Let me just make my way off the fuselage.
Right now I'm sitting back, relaxing, just waiting to see who's gonna sit next to me, because who sits next to you plays a huge impact on your flight experience, right? I get fucked immediately. Dude, right behind me in the boarding process, here comes 2 of the worst possible passengers to sit next to. Beside me in the middle seat is a 3-year-old boy who, yeah, as soon as he sits down, is on his 3-year-old. And I'm just like, man, I will cave this motherfucker's sternum in, okay? I bet it's still soft. And I'm pissed off, not at the crying. Your baby crying on a plane actually doesn't even bother me. I know you can't control that, but what you can control is the physicality of your child. Because for the rest of this 30-minute boarding process, this kid would not get his hand this far away from my face. Just, and I'm doing all the polite things to get him away. I'm like, okay, but, okay, all right, probably enough of this now, right? Somebody can break this up. I'm doing all the things to let the dad in the aisle seat know this isn't okay, and he's not paying attention. I was this close to leaning over to the dad and being like, hey, you mind getting your sexy ass kid away from me? Yeah, I know that's gross, but what do I gotta do to get your attention to let you know this is inappropriate? What's going on over here?
So he goes and he brings me 3 of those little airplane bottles of vodka and a splash of soda, and I said, game on. So I drink that, he comes back around, he says, do you want another? And I said, yes, please. So he brings 3 more, no soda, and I said, we're doing it. So I drink that, he comes back around, he says, do you want another? And I said, I don't know how to say no. So he brings me 3 more. If you nice people are counting along, that is 9 of those airplane bottles of vodka on a 4.5-hour red eye. Everyone is sleeping, and I'm the drunkest I've ever been. I was sitting in my seat, and I was like, what if I roll around in the aisle? Imagine I got up to lay down to roll in the aisle. What would that call to ground control be? We gotta land this plane. This big black bitch won't sit down. But then I was like, I know what I will do. I will not roll in the aisle. I will watch Back to the Future. So I watched Back to the Future like I had never seen it before. I was knee slapping and tee-hee-heeing. I was 3 inches from the monitor. I was like, Marty and Doc's age difference is pretty wild. And is Lorraine ever okay? And, and then we land at JFK and it's 7 a.m. and Shake Shack is open. So I say out loud to no one, Jesus loves his little baby.
I don't want to go to the bathroom at the airport, but I don't have a choice. Reason why I don't want to go to the bathroom at the airport is because I don't want people taking pictures of me going to the bathroom or coming out, posting it, hashtag Kevin Hart stinky butt. People play too much. Social media shit has gotten out of hand. But I can't hold it, I have to go. I make the decision to use the bathroom at the airport. I'm in the bathroom stall, right? Once again, people, you cannot make shit like this up. This is what it looks like, people. Not for real, this is a life-size photo. This is really what it looks like. This is how small I am on the actual toilet. I'm in the bathroom. It's 6:30 in the morning. I'm by myself. By myself. It's quiet. It's just like this, quiet. This is what I hear out of nowhere. Yo, Kev Hart, how long you gonna be, man? I wanna get a picture with you when you come out. Immediately, I put my feet up. I did this right here. I said, if you can't see my feet, he'll go away. He said, come on, man, I saw your feet already. I know you in there. Just give me a time frame. How long you gonna be? Give me like 15, 20 minutes, man. Come on, man, that's too long. My flight leaving like 10 minutes. Just pinch it. Pinch it off for me. What the fuck? What? No, man. Anybody pinching nothing, man. Just get out of here. Kev, don't do me like that. I'm your biggest fan, man. I support everything you do. What would you do if you was me? I would let me shit by myself, man. Just get out of here. He said, Kev, come on. You know what? This is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna get my picture real quick. I'm just gonna put my phone over the stall. I'm gonna snap a picture real quick. The fear that went through my body of looking up and seeing the camera flash. Oh my God, I was scared because I didn't put toilet paper on the toilet seat. I didn't have time. I didn't want that picture to get out because I didn't want my fan base to know that I'd be raw butting these toilet seats sometime. I said y'all gonna lose respect for me if y'all find out that I be raw butting these toilet seats.
It's the thing about Arabs, you gotta come back with like 15 suitcases. It's like this Arab protocol that your mom sends like a telegram or whatever they still send out to each other. I'm serious. They send something, you just walk in and your aunt's just packing everything for you, right? It's just terrible. And there's this one thing, top of the list, it's called mlokhiyeh. It's like spinach, but it's not spinach, it's better than spinach, and Arabs love this stuff, okay? And I walk in and my aunt is putting it in clear plastic bags and then taping it. I'm like, this is, what are you doing? What are you doing? She's like, I'm taping it so it stays fresh. I was like, yeah, I know, but it looks like weed, auntie, this is terrible. Straight up looks like bricks of marijuana. I'm like, this is not good for me, all right? She goes, don't worry, we'll pray for you. You'll get there. I was like.
When I flew to Paris, my luggage was lost, right? Yeah, landed in the airport and bags were gone, didn't arrive. I discovered this obviously at the carousel, which is one of those shitty things that airlines do to you. Right? They know your bags are not coming. Yeah, they know where your bag is every single moment, but they don't tell you. They let you stand there like an idiot with hope in your heart. They could literally come to your seat before you take off and just be like, it's not coming. Spoiler alert. But they don't. They let you take off with all that joy like an idiot. Whee! I landed in Paris. I thought it was the beginning of a great trip. I was skipping around. I had my full luggage swag. And I was like, I'm gonna get my bags, go into Paris, start exploring. Got to the carousel. I was like, full luggage swag. That's right. Let me get my luggage, everybody. I was like, excuse me. Make some space, please. I would also like to lean over the carousel. It makes the bags come quicker. Come on, lucky bag. I had full luggage swag. Bags started coming out. I was standing there judging them. Who still uses Samsonite? Where's my bag? Bags going around. And then new bags stopped coming out. I started worrying. And then at some point there were fewer and fewer bags. And I was like, oh, my bag's not coming. And I realized my bag hadn't arrived. It was terrible. I had the same feeling I had as a child when my mom would forget me at school. The exact same feeling. I was just standing at the carousel. I felt like I was that kid, 10 years old again, just like. No, Mr. Wilkinson, it's fine. You can go. My mom's gonna come. Don't worry, you can go home. She's coming. She wouldn't forget me. No, she's probably dead somewhere right now. She's probably in a ditch, lying dead.
So this white woman gets on the plane, and she sits next to me. And first thing she do, slap the shade down. You know, in my mind, I'm like, damn, now I got to deal with this bitch. Because the shade's going up. So I'm like, excuse me, would you mind raising the shade back up, please? And she looked at me and she said, why? and I said, well, I'll call it anxiety or whatever you want, but I like to see the takeoff and the landing. I mean, what if something's coming at us? And she said, what are you gonna do if it is? And I said, well, I'm gonna know when to start screaming. I opened the damn window, and I rushed over her, and I opened that shade for her. And she said, oh my God, you're totally in my personal space. And I said, bitch, if you wanted motherfucking personal space, you should have chartered a plane, ho, because everybody on this motherfucker is in everybody else's goddamn personal space. And if you don't motherfucking like it, what? Oh. Apparently, it's a felony to go ham on a bitch on the plane, even if the plane even took the fuck off yet or nothing.